My name is JJohnson, and we are discussing moving 6th grade teachers from teaching one subject to teaching 2 subjects now. The first thing I would do as the instructional coach after I've been given this task by administration, I do believe I would first meet with my grade chair of that grade and just have a conversation and get them on board and being transparent with them and making sure that they understand that I'm going to show some empathy during this time, and let's work out a clear plan together, that it's not just going to be me pushing things out to them. I want them to be involved in the whole process. So after I had that meeting with the grade chair, we would then go to the whole grade and talk with them as well and share that same concept of being transparent, and that we're going to have empathy through this learning process, as well as just having a clear plan with their input through the whole process, and hopefully making them feel confident and then our students to be successful. One potential conflict that I would see that could arise during this, of course, would be just the resistance of your teachers, especially if you have some seasoned teachers that have been teaching for many years. Of course, they're going to be a little bit more apt to be resistant. So in that situation, I think I would make sure that I would provide ways for them to become more confident in the new subject area that they're going to be teaching. So professional development that they feel that they needed, not that I felt. I think it'd be best to get their input, unless I see some areas, of course, as well as just shadowing the subject that they're going to be teaching, the new subject. May it be the same teacher at our school, or could they even go to another school and have those conversations with them as well? And provide some time for them, not on their time, make it be on school time where they could have those shadowing opportunities, as well as just talking with others. I think it would be important too to just have different methods to gather their concerns. Some teachers are more apt to talk if they have a Google form, or some may want to talk in a group session with or without me in administration and just their group, their grade chair. As well as just having some one-on-one meetings with all of those teachers as well, I think would be important for them too. And then roll it out slowly. I think that's going to be a big deal, is not trying to shove it all down their throat all in just a couple of weeks. So that comes to where we talk about having a timeline. So I think it'd probably be best, the earlier the better. 6th grade teachers are getting ready to test during this time. That's what their mode is right now, as they're moving into testing mode. So I think this would be a sucker punch in the throat. So it's going to have to be a time where they're going to feel supported. I think it's going to be really important for us to do that for them and just begin those discussions and allow them to have that time to express their concerns and their worries during this. Maybe even have during that March and April time, that time be all of that. Visit other schools, visit other teachers that teach those subjects, visit the grade level below and the grade level above to kind of see what they know or what they should know and what they're going to be learning moving up into the next grade as well. And maybe let them have a preference as to what subject they want to teach. I think that would be important too. Not that you can always make it happen, but if you have that in there, that may help. Then we move into May and June. This is going to be where some summer curriculum is going to come pushing out. You're going to pay for those teachers to have those meetings in the summertime. That's our precious time. So I think if you have ways that you could pay them a supplement of some sort, that would be important. And July is going to be the same thing, still that professional learning sessions. Maybe they've figured out some things that they want some training on in that May-June timeline. So then that month of July, you could provide those times for them to have some professional learning sessions. Or maybe it's just some as a whole the system wants to be taught. And in September, we're going to keep on moving with some ongoing support, even on up until December, move on to their whole year, of course. But we're going to have daily, weekly check-ins maybe with them. Don't bombard them, but just make sure that they know that you're still there. Maybe even do some modeling if they want you to come in and model some lessons with them. Instructional coach cycles that we do with them as well. But I think even having some different types of methods still in place that they could voice their opinions through Google Forms or those group meetings, or even one-on-one, or even just talking to their grade chair to help, and then just reflect as needed. I think it's going to be very important as well for them. 2 strategies to help provide that buy-in. I think the biggest one is going to be just them having that shared discussion making and decision making through the whole process. It's not going to just be, hey, well, this is what we're doing, you got to do this is what we see and why. I think it's going to be that they need to have conversations, just very transparent conversations through the whole process. And then also, I think another way to help with that, the strategy would be pairing the teachers together, that they feel confident with working with. We always have, all of us have different personalities, and some of us are stronger in some areas than in others. So you may pair your weakers with your stronger suits, and just kind of see if that helps. But let them maybe even choose, hey, this is the team I want to teach with. These are my people. And maybe that works for the first year. And then if it doesn't work, then the next year you choose something different. So letting them have that whole conversation, them being part of it, is going to be really important, I feel. Adult learning strategies that we can talk about would be need to know. This is a big need to know. They need to understand why you're doing this. Maybe if you could have some data. You could have some other schools come in and share how it has worked for them. Communicate the purpose with them clearly. Why are we doing this? What's the cause for it? Are we doing something wrong? And reassure them that that's not why it is. We're just going to try a new method and see if it helps our students as well as them be better professionals. And then make sure that we show what kind of outcomes do we want for our students, and what kind of benefits it's going to be for the teachers. Is it going to be because the time moving from one class to the other is taking away some instructional time? Or is it because we feel like this would be a better fit for our school and our students as a whole, and just make sure they know why? It's going to be another one. And the other one would be self-concept and autonomy, just making sure that you are showing respect for their professional judgment, and their whole, because, us as adults, we are self-directed learners as a whole, and involving those teachers in that decision making is going to be important. Honoring their expertise. Oh my goodness, making sure that they know that you hear them. And it's not just we're checking a box and we're just going to keep on moving and grooving with it, but hopefully they understand those professional development choices are theirs. What do they need, not what do we want them to have always, which I know there's certain things that come down from the pipeline that we have to do, but also there's some things as teachers like, hey, I don't want to sit there and that kind of stuff. I know it, I understand it, let's move on, give me some more meat. I need some more meat and potatoes rather than just some of the gravy. I want the good stuff. So teachers need to have that opportunity. Maybe you need to send them to a professional development. Not always have the professional development come to them. Let them go out and see the different types of things that they could do, and get some ideas. But I think if the biggest thing is going to be just clarity with the teachers, providing times where they can collaborate with each other and other people, and then just showing that we care as a whole. And that's going to help be very transparent with them. And then that provides us a way that we can be proactive with addressing their concerns. We don't just need to say, oh yeah, we hear you, we understand. No, we don't really understand, because sometimes us as those instructional coaches or even administration, we may not have been in the classroom in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and things change. And so we need to make sure that we're being proactive in addressing those concerns. Be mindful of the timing, respect those teachers' timing. When you're telling them, what are you giving them? How fast are you getting that information out to them? So hopefully you can foster that ownership with them, and they would understand how important it is and what the benefits are going to be. And then applying those adult learning strategies that we've talked about, especially that need to know. As we always, why am I doing this? If you can give me a few little nuggets of why, then I can probably see that really big gold piece at the end of the tunnel, for those teachers to feel like it's beneficial for them as well as their students. And it's not just another thing that we're doing just to change things. And hopefully those teachers will move from that resistance to that commitment. But I think me as that instructional coach or that piece, that's going to be my responsibility as well, to help them feel that commitment that I'm going to have in this process, not just making them do. It's going to be I'm going to have to do myself. And then hopefully we'll have that confidence in our teachers, and then they'll see that student success that hopefully is going to come from this new teaching, changing up from teaching just one subject to 2 subjects, because that would be kind of overwhelming if you've always been a 1 subject teacher, to move into 2. So this is a good little activity, good things to think about, especially just the resistance part for teachers. So hopefully it'll build that teacher confidence, and that we'll have some student success along the way with this little 6th grade academy. Thank you.